So normally I only give advice to people that are 18 plus, but in your scenario, I mean, you're already in here, so whatever, I'll give it to you. Realistically, my friend, at 15, you don't really have many means to
I understand. Yeah, I've watched some videos and stuff. The relationship I get into is not probably not gonna last that long.
I mean, yeah, you don't necessarily want to go into with that mentality, but realistically, you shouldn't be focusing on relationships at all, anyways, because it's just such a low return on your investment at that age. That's the problem.
I see.
And I tell every 15-year-old that comes in here this, or 14 in your case, I tell them all the same. Why are you guys focused on women? Now, you can come in here and what you should be doing is asking me questions about self-improvement. You know, I'm like double your age. So realistically, you should be asking me questions like, okay, what did you up? Where should you do better? Where would you change it? That's the question you should be asking me. You shouldn't be asking me about women because you are way too young. And this is not a knock on you, by the way. You will realize this exact concept to be true in like 10 years. But right now, it's going to be very hard for you to understand that because you just don't have the raw life experience or character developed to even comprehend exactly what I'm trying to tell you. That's the issue.
Yeah,
yeah, and it's like, yeah, and it's not about like when guys tell you this type of stuff. I mean, I get it. Like I was a young guy at one point and annoyed the shit out of me when people would assume I don't know anything based on my age. And I'm not saying that you don't know anything. What I'm saying is that there is certain things that just simply have to come from experience, unfortunately. And you're going to get that a lot in your life from older guys. And yeah, you just got to accept that to some degree. In this scenario, especially as a kid, I think realistically, there's a lot better things that you can do with your time than try to focus on dating a girl that likely is just going to mess around and not give you what you need. And I mean, even then, man, I mean, you can't even bear the responsibility of all that stuff right now anyways, realistically.
Yeah, I totally understand, man. I totally understand.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things you can do, man. At 15, those are like, if you can maximize those years, which so few guys actually do, but if you can maximize like 15 to 17, you could be an absolute rock star by the time you're 20, you know? Like you just spent 2 years like super hard, like beyond anybody else. Like you're actually different, straight up, you know? Like those those memes, I'm sure you watch reels all the time, right? You know those reels of that Christian Bale style? Where you're sitting there like grinding where everyone else is doing X and you're listening to some music or whatever. Do you know the style of reel I'm talking about?
Yeah, man.
So if you can embody that type of like Christian Bale or whatever, is that his name? I think it's his name, right? Did I mess that up?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. If you can embody that energy genuinely and genuinely not care about anybody in your grad class legitimately at all, you still play the social game, but you completely disconnect from any level of caring about your peers. That's the only way you're genuinely going to be better, man. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like everyone in your grade, like most of them, 90% of them are going to fall off the wagon. Most of them are going to be losers. That's the truth. Unflattering truth. So caring about what they think of you is the stupidest thing you could ever care about. But when you're young, it's hard to see past that because as a young person, you care so much about what your people and your peers think about you. It's normal when you're young, right? But if you can find it within yourself to not care about those things, you can genuinely be way, way, way better than everybody else. But you have to decide to almost want to be alone or have like one really good friend. If you can find one partner in crime, good enough. You know, and just like put your head down and don't give a shit about anything. Don't go to high school parties. Don't get shit faced. Don't smoke weed. Don't do any of these damaging activities. If you can just do the perfect thing for 2 years from 15 to 17, even by the time you're 17, you're gonna have your pick of the litter already.
Yeah.
But you're probably not gonna do that. But I want you to do it. But the reality is like the probability of you doing it is so low because there's so much social pressure when you're a kid, and phones are make it even worse now than when I was a kid, right? So. Anyway.
Exactly.
If you like what you saw, subscribe to my channel and check out my website in the description to book a call. Thanks for watching.